We've been talking all things in FC25 player leaks, and in some of the comments and in my streams, people have asked me to have a look at specific leagues. So today, we're going to look at some of the best cards from the Saudi League. Now, some of these cards are in there because they're like the highest rated, and we're just looking at what the cards look like, and some of them are cards that I think look actually really quite good and usable for the start of the game. So if you find this video enjoyable or helpful, leave a like, comment down below if there's any particular leagues you would like to see me cover in the next video. But without further ado, let's look at some Saudi League players. Where else should we start other than Cristiano Ronaldo? 86 rated this year, 5-star, 4-star, and honestly, it's kind of what you'd expect from a Ronaldo card these days. You're looking at really nice high shooting, some phenomenal shooting stats. 88 is the predicted overall. Obviously, the in-games are all correct. The overall rating is sort of mathematically worked out based on the in-game stats, but it might be that they're ever so slightly different on the release, but the in-games are correct. The pace, bit of a high split of a 7, so 73 to 80, but 77 pace, again, bear in mind, he's quicker than I am comfortably, and I am a much younger human being. I think he's nearly 10 years older than me, so I can't criticize him for only having 77 pace, and in all honesty, whack something like a catalyst on him, get the pace and passing boosted, and this card is pretty phenomenal. The only thing I would say as a bit of a not 100% on this card, with the pace being a touch on the slow side, is the low balance. So 61 balance is a bit of a unfortunate one, but 76 agility isn't the end of the world. You'd like them both to be a little bit higher, but it's not the end of the world really. Great reactions, ball control, dribbling surprisingly low. For me, I'm surprised it's not sort of low to mid 80s personally, but I guess I don't watch loads of the Saudi League football, so I could be very wrong. Incredibly high composure as well, which is lovely. Obviously, insanely good jumping and heading. It's quite well known that he's pretty good in the air with some decent stamina. I have to say, overall, it's quite a nice card there for Ronaldo. And yeah, it's one that's looking pretty decent. A touch slow, but pretty decent. Next, we have Neymar, 87 rated. And again, pretty good across the board. The shooting is a little bit low, almost surprisingly low for me. Again, I don't watch loads of Saudi football, so I could be very wrong there, but 85 pace with a nice split, 79 shooting with some pretty decent stats, along with penalties, volleys, shooting and positioning all being in the 80s. Really lovely passing stats with 86 curve as well, which is lovely for that shooting, with some good free kick accuracy as well. Agility and balance, very nice. 90 agility is great, with 94 dribbling, 93 ball control, and 92 composure. 92 dribbling overall as well. Phenomenal. The 5-star, 5-star on top of that as well. Beautiful. Really good physicality in the stats that's needed, being 73 stamina and 72 jumping. That's pretty decent. Stamina's okay. It's not the end of the world that it's a touch low. The strength and aggression obviously a bit low down there, but that's not really hugely problematic. For me, Neymar, kind of like in 24, just looks like a good fun card. I don't think he's going to be as OP as he was in 24, but his stats are a lot lower, so that's kind of fair. But overall, again, pretty decent. Then we've got Karim the Dream Benzema, 4-star, 4-star, 86 rated this year. A good pace split on 77 pace, which again, like I said with Ronaldo, 77 pace, not massive, but you can easily boost that. Shooting stats are great minus penalties, but he's got some really good shot power, finishing and positioning, all 87, 88 and 87, 87 and 88, sorry, respectively. Decent passing with some really good short passing and lovely curve. Good vision in there as well. The dribbling stats, honestly, all pretty decent. I mean, 84s across the board with 87 ball control, and then the agility and balance both being in the 70s. Again, a touch on the low side, but nothing hugely problematic there, in my opinion. Looks pretty solid, and I'm not upset with 84 dribbling, I'll tell you that. Like, if I got this card, I'd be pretty happy with those stats. 87 heading accuracy, and then 84 jumping, 81 strength, and 80 stamina. Again, very solid, very decent. It's the kind of card at the start of the game that if he suits your playstyle, having that sort of slightly slower, but like gonna find you goals kind of vibe striker, so it's not like quick get into space and shoot, it's get the ball to him and let him do his thing. That kind of striker suits you, I think Benzema will suit your playstyle. Then we have Sadio Mane, who actually looks really, really good for an 84 rated card. 4-star, 4-star, 83 pace with a lovely split, 81 shooting, which is not too bad at all. The long shots are under 80, and then all the stats that are important in shooting being 82 plus, with finishing at 82, positioning 83, and shot power 85. Really, really nice shooting stats, it has to be said, especially for a wide player. I'm going to assume he can maybe play striker. Again, I haven't seen confirmations of the positions, the multi positions on players. I haven't seen that anywhere, so I'm kind of just assuming on that one a little bit. 78 passing, which again, the stats that are needed are pretty good. He's got 64 free kick accuracy, which drops it a little bit overall. The dribbling's really nice. 86 agility, 90 balance, 85 reactions, 86 ball control, 85 dribbling, and 83 composure. Lovely, lovely dribbling stats across the board there. So for me, that's where this card will definitely come to life. And pairing that with the 4-star skill moves, I think you're going to have a really nice wide player. I still would maybe look to boost the pace a little bit. So again, you could go with a catalyst if it's somebody who's going to be out wide to play passes in, or you could go hunter if you're wanting somebody to cut inside and have a shot. And then physicality stats are pretty decent as well. 79 stamina, like I said, with Neymar being around that 80. That's all right. Good strength and aggression with really nice jumping as well. Overall, like I said, I think Mane's a really good starter card. Then we're looking at Kessie in that midfield. I think I touched on Kessie in another video, so I won't go on his card too much here because we have talked about him in a previous video looking at starter cards. But overall, this is a really nice little solid card. The physicality stats being as high as they are is great. And again, I think I said in that video, if you whack a shadow on this, you're looking at high to mid 80s in the pace. You're looking at high 80s in defending with 88 physicality. Lovely, lovely starter card. If you really want to focus a little bit on having a DM that can play it forward a touch, then you just maybe want to boost the passing a little bit. But really good dribbling stats for a CDM and a defensive-minded player with good shot power and good penalties as well, worth noting. But overall, this card's pretty solid, has to be said. For an 82 rated card with 88 physicality and then like decent 70s across the first 4 stats with 80 defending, in all honesty, this card looks really good. Again, get some chem onto him, and you've got a really nice starter DM. Talking to DMs, we've got N'Golo Kante, sat at an 85 rated. Good pace with a half-decent split. The shooting, obviously, you're not really going to shoot with him too much anyway. 2-star, 3-star, you could argue is a bit of a meh. You know, a lot of people like to have at least 3-star. 3-star is an absolute bare minimum, but I don't plan on doing skills with N'Golo Kante, so for me, I don't really mind it. Dribbling stats are really good balance. Agility nearly at 80, so that's not the end of the world there. Reactions, ball control, composure, all being above 80. With 78 dribbling, again, for a player that's not really his game, that's really, really nice. Good short passing as well, so again, you sort of win the ball with Kante and then play it off. That's kind of the vibe there. Defending stats, all really good apart from the 54 heading accuracy, but everything else being 86 or above. 90 stand tackling and 88 defensive awareness and interceptions is phenomenal. So really, really good stats on that. Physicality, good stamina. Ever so slightly surprised it's not a little bit higher. I know obviously I'm probably thinking of Premier League Kante. I've not watched him much since going off to Saudi, but you know, Premier League Kante had 99 stamina, I'm convinced. But yeah, really, really nice stats across the board. They're good aggression as well. And again, a half-decent little starter card. I think you would need to pair him with someone taller, like a Kessie, for example. But yeah, looks solid. Another Frenchman looking at Saint Maximin. Lovely, perfect pace split on the 89 pace there. Shooting stats are a touch low, good shot power, but outside of that, it's a little bit iffy. So it's the kind of player that you maybe, again, want to have the ball with and then play it into somebody or find that short pass to someone. But you say that, and the passing is a touch on the low side as well. So for me personally here, I'm saying you either add a Deadeye if 89 pace ends up being enough, or you want to add either like a Hawk to boost the shooting a little bit, or you could even go with a Hunter or a Catalyst or something to that variety just to get the shooting and or passing up just a bit. I think it is needed ever so slightly for this card, but the dribbling is phenomenal. 93 agility and 90 balance is amazing. 90 dribbling as well with 82 ball control and composure. Really good starter stats there for the dribbling side of things. Defending, let's not talk about it. And then the physicality, not bad. 77 jumping and 77 stamina. Again, I think that's probably good enough for the start of the game. But yeah, 5-star, 4-star. Saint Maximin, for me, with a chem style, solid looking card. Then we have Riad Mahrez, 85 rated. Pace is a touch on the slow side with a bit of an iffy pace split. But if you add the right chem style, again, he'll probably be okay for you. 5-star, 4-star as well. So like we were saying with Saint Maximin, going to do you the best work out on the wing. Good to see him with that high weak foot, because I'm fairly sure his weak foot used to be quite low and it used to be one of the stickler points of his card. But 5-star, 4-star is pretty phenomenal. But cutting in on that left foot, it's going to be absolutely beautiful for you with the good shooting stats as well. Really, really nice shooting stats in the stats that matter, in my opinion. So 83 positioning, 81 finishing, 82 shot power and long shots. Lovely, lovely stuff. Pair that, by the way, with the curve, like I was just saying about edge of the box and then sort of cut inside finesse it. 85 curve will help you do that for sure. Lovely looking stats across the passing in general, in all honesty with you. Outside of the 75 long passing, every other stat being 80 and above, including a decent free kick accuracy. So it could be something you could consider whacking him on the old free kicks. 88 dribbling, yes please. 91 agility, 90 balance and ball control, 88 dribbling, 81 composure. Yes, lovely dribbling stats, absolutely perfect, again, especially for that early section of the game. 79 stamina, again, I think is absolutely fine. A little bit low in the strength and aggression, but realistically, if you can utilize those skill moves and that dribbling stat, it won't matter too much with the strength. You just need to basically take it past the players instead of letting them catch you up, which is where the pace could be a slight stinker. But again, I would say, honestly, Hunter or Catalyst, depending on what you're wanting to do with him in regards to cutting inside and shooting or playing the passes. Either way, this guy looks phenomenal. Then we're going to look at Anderson Talisca, a player I actually love. One of the only reasons I started watching some of the Saudi stuff originally is because I actually really like Talisca. I think he was great over in Turkey, and I really like him. 4-star, 82 rated. Base card being a right mid as well, instead of being down the middle this year. 79 pace with, again, a bit of an iffy pace split, but it is fixable, like I said, with Mahrez. Shooting looks really, really nice in the stats that matter. 84, 85, 87, 85 in those first 4 stats. Yes, please. Absolutely phenomenal. And much like I was saying with Mahrez as well, 87 curve means that shooting, getting to the edge of the box, playing those finesse shots, going to be gorgeous to play with those. And he's normally, with, you can see as well, high shot power. He's normally got a decent rocket on him as well. So good variety in shooting, I'd predict, from this card as well. 85 free kick accuracy means he could be the set piece guy for you, with, again, really nice passing stats overall for a player that's normally sort of like a centre forward striker kind of vibe. So yeah, absolutely great. 86 agility with 58 balance. That is the one small meh on this card, in my opinion. You've got the pace split being a touch outside of things and him being just below 80 pace, and then you've got 58 balance. That's the only thing, but again, that is fixable. And I think with an Evo, for example, or if he gets himself an inform or a special card, which he tends to get every year, some like form of special card, I think he'll be absolutely amazing. But I don't think it's a reason to not look at using this card just because that one stat. But overall, outside of the balance, dribbling stats phenomenal, lovely, lovely stuff. Composure just below 80, which is a small shame, but it's not the end of the world. And then 74 stamina with good strength and aggression and good jumping and heading accuracy. He looks really good. Musa Diaby, obviously having moved from the Prem out to Saudi, really, really good starter card here. 95 pace, so I think he will be very expensive for that reason alone, ignoring all the other stats. He's going to be expensive because he's rapid. Shooting stats, finishing above 80, everything else below it, which is a small shame. I think you would need something like a Deadeye on this card just to get some of those shooting stats to around or above 80. And kind of the same with the passing, in all honesty. The free kick accuracy does drop his passing stat from what probably would be maybe 75-ish, but realistically, I would say it needs a boost in that passing, because if you're going to be cutting inside and shooting, that needs a boost. If you're going to be trying to get crosses in, I think that needs a small boost. So Deadeye, I think, would be the perfect kind of addition to that card. Dribbling stats, though, are incredible. Apart from composure, everything is 80 plus, 92 and 93 agility and balance, respectively. Phenomenal. 87 dribbling as well. So kind of similar to the Mahrez, but with pace. Absolutely great. And then the physicality stat, the only stat you're really paying attention to is 82 stamina, which again is great. He's not great in the air. He's not very physical, so you need to use that pace to get him away from those players, basically. João Cancelo obviously now confirmed his move out to Saudi as well. 86 pace, 86 acceleration and 77 sprint speed. Not ideal. 81 pace, though, not bad. The shooting stats surprisingly good for a fullback, but we know that Cancelo obviously did play further up the field when he was like at Juventus, for example, and definitely had a boot on him. And at City, scored a good couple of goals as well. Passing is incredible. Just don't whack him on free kicks. And then that passing stat is just unreal. It really, really is. Great curve, great crossing, short passing, long passing vision. He can do it. Dribbling's really good as well. The agility and balance, a touch on the low side of things, but every other dribbling stat there is incredible. So as long as you kind of are using him as that left back, you can kind of have him maybe overlapping the winger, and he'll get forward and do you a job for sure. But yeah, dribbling stats, absolutely insane. When you pair that with a 4-star as well for a defender, yes, please. 80 defending as well, which is lovely to see. Really, really nice stats. Good stand tackling, decent defensive awareness, and slide tackling as well with great interceptions. So that looks great. 88 stamina as well, which means he should be able to do that sort of wing-back role of like bombing up the pitch and then getting back when he needs to. So absolutely lovely card. I think Cancelo looks insane. And the last card on today's video is going to be Malcolm, a cam this year. So him and Talisca kind of swapped, in all honesty. But yeah, 84 pace with a decent pace split. Good shooting, shot power, long shots, and positioning are all great, with 78 finishing, which isn't too bad as well. It's just the volleys and penalties that kind of knock the shooting stack down a little bit. 4-star, 3-star, good passing stats, 80 short pass, 82 curve, and 82 vision, with high 70s in the crossing, free kick accuracy, and long pass. Dribbling's really nice, 86 agility, 92 balance, which is great. 84 ball control and 84 dribbling with good composure. Not amazing, but good. Again, high stamina in a cam role, really important because they do a lot of the legwork. They get up and down that pitch a lot, and they end up being some of the most tired in 24 and previous FIFAs with decent jumping. Again, I think Malcolm looks pretty solid, and a card that I think actually looks pretty viable. But that is it for today's video. Again, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below if there are any other particular leagues you want me to look at some really good starter cards, or cards that just look like they are going to be good from that league in particular. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and make sure you hit the sub button to be told anytime that we upload a video. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and we'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands. Take care, guys.